Hi everybody, this is Drew. Welcome back. In this video, I'm going to build the interior of the PBY, and this just includes the cockpit, bulkheads, walkway, and the platforms for the gunners. And there's not much to the interior in this kit. It's actually pretty bland, but you won't see much inside. So I'm not going to worry too much about detailing this cockpit and the interior pieces. And here I'm installing the main landing gear wheel wells on both sides of the fuselage. And these are the waist gunner platforms they stand on, and they go in pretty well. A nice fit. So I'm going to paint the interior parts. This is Model Masters Acro Green Zinc Chromate. I'm just going to use some Tamiya panel line accent color black just to put a little wash on there and give it some highlights. Hey everybody, here's where I'm at. So all the interior parts have been installed. Of course the fuselage is glued together. I also had to install this front turret because unless you want to try to cut, shave, sand, and force it in there, you have to put it in before you, or when you assemble the fuselage halves. So I masked it up and it does turn. Kind of a pain in the butt to mask that, but oh well. Okay. The cockpit is really bland. The seats are really small, basically out of scale, but you're probably not going to see much in there. And so I didn't really worry about detailing it too much. You can see the instrument panel, that's a decal, and the steering column. And that's pretty much it. The areas for the waist gunner, I left the 50 calibers off because I want to be able to just put some paper towels or something inside here
and not worry about breaking them off. And so I want to put paper towels and stuff in there when before I paint. So it's nice that you can easily just install them there, and then the blister windows you can put on later. Inside the wheel wells, you see I did have there are a few pen marks that I had to fix. Okay, that one, and same thing with the port side here. Also the front landing gear wheel bay had several pen marks in there. And I just take I can't find it right now, but I just take the tester's putty, the old tester's putty, fill it in, let it dry, and you can wipe it, smooth it down with some lacquer thinner or acetone. Also added some weights to the nose just for some insurance that it doesn't sit on its tail. And so I super glued some weights inside this area here, some fishing weights. Also got the observation windows installed around it. There's one here, there's one up here, and one here, and same thing with the other side. And I'm going to put some liquid mask on that before I start painting. Alright, so that's where I'm at. I also bought some aftermarket decals. Since this kit comes with regular regular Academy decals, I don't trust them as much as I like Academy kits and enjoy building them. Unless our cartograph decals or regular decals tend to not be very good, and I actually noticed that with the instrument panel decal. It had excess carrier film around it, and it had a hard time sticking, laying down. So I got some aftermarket decals. Let me show you real quick, and I'll have more of these in detail when I start decaling. But these are from Print Scale, and you get several options. You get a couple Black Cat options and some other just kind of some interesting schemes, but I'll show you this more in detail when I get to the decaling stage. I am going to do a Black Cat scheme, but eventually I like to do just a regular search and rescue scheme, and there they are. So hopefully these will be good. And okay, let me show you a little bit closer if you can see inside where the waist gunners are. But anyway, really don't need much filler. It goes together really well, and that's been a general comment from people who've built this kit, that it fits together really well. I might need just a little bit of filler, like right here, and maybe right in here. It does look like I got two little sink marks, one right here and one right here, and I can just add some filler and just smooth it out with some alcohol or lacquer thinner. But otherwise, it's just going to require some general sanding of the seams to smooth them out. Basically, where I put the glue in and squeezed it, and hopefully you get the melted plastic effect that comes up and fills that seam, and you can just sand it smooth. So hopefully that'll go okay. But otherwise, the next stage is to complete the assembly and then start painting. So I really appreciate everybody tuning in, and if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do. I'd appreciate that. If you want to follow along with this build and check out some of my other models, and there are a couple popping up on the screen for you. But stay tuned for the next build, and I will finish the next build. Will just be finishing construction and getting it prepped for painting. Thanks everybody. Have a great weekend. Stay safe and healthy. Take care.